Going to the hospital can be an anxiety-driven experience for everyone. How will my surgery go? How safe is it? Will I catch something else while I'm there? Well, Orange Regional Medical Center has made strides in protecting the public as well as its staff when it comes to infection prevention. The hospital is the only one in the greater New York area that has acquired a leading-edge technology called Surfacide to strengthen its infection prevention efforts utilizing ultraviolet light energy as a way of controlling microorganisms. Here's more. Ultraviolet light is used to target common germs found in hospitals. The UV light modifies the DNA structure of a cell so that it cannot reproduce. A germ that cannot reproduce cannot harm patients or staff.
Obviously, for hospital, patient safety is our primary responsibility. So, in infection control, being excellent at infection control and preventing infections for patients is a top priority. So, we saw this as a new technology that had promise, and we're fortunate to have the resources to be able to purchase the equipment, and it's a great new technology for our hospital and for our patients.
Dr. Marina Keller is Orange Regional Medical Group's hospital epidemiologist.
This is a specialty that covers any infection from viruses to bacteria. So common infections that a lot of folks know about or are familiar with would be Lyme disease, pneumonia. People have infections after they have surgery. In a hospital setting, we want to reduce the risk to patients and have them come into the hospital and experience the safest medical care that they can. And our day-to-day effort is to eradicate infections around the hospital. One of the most important areas that we focus on is the environment. So literally where the patient's lying in the bed, the sink that they use, and the room that they walk around in. We want to make sure that's the cleanest environment possible and completely devoid of any infectious organisms.
As you see, we have in strategic locations within the patient room our 3-tower system. And one is definitely pointed towards our bathroom because that's important. The other 2 get the remaining contents of the room. The towers work in conjunction. They map the entire room out and they map the entire contents within the room. And therefore, once that process is done via a tablet, which takes about 90 seconds, we are ready to engage the system.
The reason why our system is so unique is that unlike the other systems that are out there, there's 3 towers that are put around the patient's room. And if you notice, the towers are very tall. They're up to 6 feet tall. And unlike other systems that are much shorter, there's only 1 tower. Now, why do we need so many towers, and why do they have to be so tall? The idea is, in order to kill an organism, a virus or a bacterium, you need to deliver a certain amount of energy to zap it. And the idea is, if you deliver enough energy, it messes up the DNA of the organism and kills them. So you need to calculate how much energy you're delivering in order to be sure that you've killed it. And the problem is that that energy, when it's released from the light in the machine, as you get farther and farther from the machine, the energy drops off very quickly. So if you're more than 5 feet away from that tower, it'll be very difficult to kill the organism, to kill the bacteria or any kind of infections that are in the area. So the idea is you want the towers and the source of the light to be as close as possible to the surfaces you're killing.
Right here's our tablet. We are going to sync the 3 towers to the tablet. And now the mapping process has begun. If you can see the little red dots going through the room, that is what's the mapping process is being conducted. And once it's completed, it will calculate the entire square footage of the room, the entire contents of the room and bathroom, and it will give us a time for disinfection. The towers turn 360 degrees, and there's also mirrors which point up to the ceiling and down to the floor, which enables floor to ceiling disinfection, and it's all done by the light refracting.
This technology is really exciting from a person who's interested in science, and I am also a trained microbiologist, so I've grown C. diff in laboratories, and it's very hard to kill certain organisms like C. diff, certain viruses like norovirus, and other organisms that can be brought into a hospital from the community, from other institutions. And these lights have been shown to kill them with a certain amount of energy delivery to the site.
This kind of technology, when you bring it in, is great for our patients and the people outside, but also probably a morale booster for internally for everyone to get excited about.
Well, that's a good point because infectious disease can spread amongst employees as well as patients. We're here to protect our patients as well as our employees.
And we're just thrilled to bring it in because we feel that it just makes sense, and it just makes us feel so much safer, and our rooms are really devoid of any kind of scary infection.